members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Napolitano, Mr. Angravali, our Assistant Superintendent of Schools, parents, friends, School Number 1 colleagues, and the reason why we're all here, School Number 1 Moving Up students. I thought long and hard about what to talk about, what inspirational thoughts I could give you, but it really came down to two words: changes and choices. Changes and choices. You're changing from being the big kids at School Number 1. The kindergartners looked up to you and all. The fifth graders have been chomping on the bit, waiting to be the seasoned members of our wonderful school. You're the oldest and wisest. How are you changing? You're going to be in another school with older and different students. You'll soon be a teenager, a change that may be scarier for this side of the room. But let's think about the changes that's going to occur outside of the walls of this wonderful school. At the end of every summer, before going back to school, I watch a video on YouTube too. It's called Did You Know? I enjoy watching this to get better perspective of how to support students. Every year this video speaks about living in exponential times, times that are changing rapidly. According to this video, you are living in a world where there are 31 billion searches on Google every single month. That certainly is a major change, certainly from my time, when I had to look up information in a dark, dingy library with big, heavy books. It's clearly evident that you've done a wonderful job at mastering that. I had the privilege of seeing a number of you the other evening when you did a proposal for the redevelopment for an area of Fort Lee. I was amazed and thrilled with the expertise that you demonstrated. You proved at this program, and everyone has proved every single day coming to the school, that you have the ability to access and to retain important information. Did you know that the jobs we're preparing you for in 2010, the most desirable jobs didn't even exist in 2004? You're going to be constantly exposed to changes and changes. Your access to information and changes in your world comes from computers, comes from iPads, and even comes from your beloved cell phones. How are you going to react to all these changes? How are you going to react to this information? What choices are you going to be making? I know from the bottom of my heart that in addition to all the truly fine academic knowledge that you gained here in School Number 1, that maybe even more importantly, you learned how to be a good human being. All the wonderful academics that you've learned really means nothing if you don't know how to work with them in a positive way. All the communication that rolls around you from computers and your cell phone, you need to remember to make the right choices. And you need to react to the changes in the right way. With the superb information and wisdom you gained here, going forward, you're going to be presented with making a number of choices. You have to think about choosing what you love to do, or figure out ways to find out what you love to do. You will need to choose how to follow your heart. You have to decide where you will be placing your trust in people and in things. You have to decide who will be your friends. You'll even have to decide what it means to be a good friend. Most importantly, you will continue to think about what kind of person each and every one of you wants to become. A very dear friend of mine told me what he said to his son nightly. I loved it so much, I've said it to my own daughter every single day, even though she happens to be in Washington, D.C. right now. Be smart, do what is right, I'm here to support you. As you move forward, you will be faced with many challenges and changes, and you need to make smart choices. Remember the words, changes and choices. Remember to be smart, do what is right. Always remember that school number 1 has been here and will always be here to support you. Thank you.